We live. Welcome to another episode of Studio Stories. I'm your host, King Mike. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you want to see more content, more cool videos, interviews like this. Today, I have none other. I got to get this one right. I mean, this is the living legend himself. The man responsible, one of the original Electric Boogaloos for the entire world, knowing what this poppin' dance is, what we love and know. The originator of street dance culture, as we know, one of the originators right here in front of us. Give it up for the legendary, the one and only, never to be repeated, Popin Pete.
Yeah. My pleasure, my pleasure,
I had
my
to
pleasure.
get that one right.
Oh, but you got that one right. You got that one right.
I watched you on Breakin.
Wow.
In my basement as a
That's
kid,
crazy.
and rewinded the tape 600 times.
That's crazy.
Wouldn't be popping if I didn't see that movie.
Oh man.
So,
oh man.
You was already 23 years old when that
I was 20.
out,
Yeah,
so
23. Yeah.
we had to put some respect on it.
Oh man.
But let's get right into it, Pete, because I mean, of course, we know who you are. If you're a street dancer and you don't know Popin Pete, you're not a street dancer. That's just it. You're not into it like that. Yeah. But for those who don't know you, give them a brief interview, because your story's out there, in the world.
Yeah.
Give them a brief overview of who Popin Pete
is. Popin Pete, better known as Timothy Earl Solomon. So y'all know my government name. I'm from Fresno, California. Started dancing when I was young. You know, I did my first talent show I was 6 years old. Always been into dance. I mean, as most Black families growing up, especially growing up in the 60s and 70s, you know, music and dance has always been a part of the Black community in a sense, you know, I mean, and so me being around my siblings that we all danced, used to watch our mother and father have house parties, and you know we dancing. So you know I was destined, I guess. But I actually, you know, my even in my junior high school, I was voted the best dancer in school in the 8th grade. Oh man, trying to, and then in the yearbook it says Timothy Earl Solomon, most likely to become a professional dancer. But as I looked at it over the years, I said, dang, that's how they thought of me in the 8th. That's the only thing I had going on is that I could cut the rug. And they said, not most likely to become a lawyer, not most likely to become a doctor. That one gonna be a damn dancer.
Hey,
and that was nothing I wanted to be. I wanted to be a fireman when I was young.
You ain't fighting no fire.
Not after I seen I definitely wanted to. I wanted to be a fireman.
Another way, get somebody popping.
Yeah, but that's me in a nutshell. You know, I've been dancing for 45 years now.
And you one of the original Electric Boogaloo members from Soul Train.
Yeah.
What year was that?
Soul Train we did in '79.
How old were you then?
I was 17. I just turned 17.
And you had already been popping when you.
Actually, it's so crazy about that. You know, a lot of people don't know. I had only been popping and studying the dance for 6 months.
And was on TV.
And was on television. And all the other guys, whether it be Robot Dane, Puppet Boozer, Creeping Sid. So of course Sam is he OG. So they only had been dancing for probably like 5 months or less. Yeah. So that when we got on that show, none of us had been, because when I started learning from my brother Sam March of 1978. So and we did that and 79, so early part of 79. So it's about six and a half months. We was on television.
Sam had already been doing it, but once you got on the Soul Train, that's pretty much what broke it to the mainstream world.
Yeah, pretty much. But we did a couple of television shows before that. That we did a show called it was Hot City. That was a local, I think it was regional on the West Coast. It was some variety show, and then we did a TV show called Midnight Special, which was kind of like this midnight dance show that had artists, almost same premise as Soul Train in a sense, but it was but they had artists on there like from Alice Cooper to the first time I seen Rick James on the show. I met Rick James in the bathroom when I was actually at that time I was 16. So Soul Train was in 79, but my first television show was in October of 78. And that's the first time I saw Rick James in the bathroom coming out the toilet.
Then you went from that to Soul Train.
And with Soul Train the next year.
To, what is that, to Breakin', or did y'all do
we done other television shows. There's another show called Kicks, a dance show. And then that was late 79, 78. Then the Soul Train. About this time, how did the whole Soul Train thing happen was Popin and started getting out in LA. So a lot of the Soul Train dancers would go on the show, and I see them doing, we see them doing moves because we watching every Saturday morning. And a couple of guys, dancers got a feature. And then Don Cornelius would ask them, interview him, say, "What is this? What moves you're doing?" He said, "Oh, we're doing this new dance called Popin and Boogaloo from this group called Electric Boogaloo." And there was a couple of people that went on there and said that. And the last person that went on there was Casper and Cooley and Jeffrey Daniels from Shalimar. They performed, and they interviewed them, and they was talking to them about this dance. He said, "Yeah, we're doing it, we learned from the Electric Boogaloos." And then Don Cornelius looked to the camera and says, "Yeah, we're gonna have the Electric Boogaloo company on the show next week."
Dang.
But we watching it, we going like, what? And those times there was no, there was no emails, nothing. If you didn't have our phone number, you couldn't. So that Monday, the robot guy called the studio, and they had been looking for us. Like when he said it, they was trying to track us down, and that's how we got on the show. Of the fact that people just kept saying our names, referencing the dance to us. So,
which means y'all was in the community. So was the battling and all of that hot right now? Even 6 months in, y'all was already in the streets.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's how. I mean, like now you get your street creds from battling. So it wasn't. The television stuff came later. You know what I mean? But
off the street cred.
Yeah, but we in the streets. We had house parties. We had high school parties, football games, wherever you can get a battle in. And that was part of the landscape. And then me being out again, I started at 16. So me doing this dance, and not a lot of people wasn't doing it, and especially in Long Beach. I mean, this is now I'm living in Long Beach. So we moved from Fresno to Long Beach in 78. So again, that was February of 78. That's why and then I started learning in March.
How did you transition? So you going street dancing, full street.
Yeah.
Names buzzing.
Yeah.
You get on the show and you with the group. Y'all doing a lot of group stuff.
Yeah.
How did you break out from that? Because the group wasn't on the Movie Breakin'. I felt like that was like the industry seeing what y'all doing in real life and making a movie about it. How did you get on the Movie Breakin'? Which inspired the whole world. You, Taco. Well, because I felt like y'all was the young gunners.
Well, I wasn't originally. I wasn't a part of the cast. I was actually in London. We was trying to get a record deal. So again, I did a little bit, but it was more background. But it was the group was called Eclipse. Jeffrey Daniels from Shalimar was our manager and producer. So the group was me, Skeet, Robot Dane, Sugar Pop, this girl named Brenda, and Casper, who actually taught Michael how to do the backslide. So that's Jerome Candidate. He wanted to do a dance, a singing group. So he was living in London. So we flew to London and we recorded some demos. Actually, we recorded some demos in LA, and we had a few songs. And we performed in LA at a couple spots. It was Mavericks Flats, the Fame Club, Crenshaw. We performed there. Some other stuff in LA, and then he moved there, and we went over there, did the demo, and he's shopping around. Didn't get the deal. We almost got a deal. They wanted to only give us an EP. He wanted an album deal. So that's
Look at
so
you popping, Pete.
so that whole transition, but in the sense of the break-in situation, it was when we was there, they were filming because actually Sugar Pop got left the group. Sugar Pop was at this time was, I think Sugar Pop was 18. And we was over there, and it wasn't going good. So Sugar Pop said, "I'm out. I'm going back to L.A." We was hearing buzz. There's a lot of stuff going on in the dance, the street dance community, getting on, doing commercials, being on, and stuff I had done before. But it's got now we talking about this is '83. So and he left, and he said, "Man, I'm doing." He called back. We had talked to him. He said, "Man, I'm doing this so and so." And then he did Thriller and all this kind of stuff. So we was like, we sitting over. Yeah, he was one of the. Yeah, he was one of the ones that. Sugar Pop, Cool Pockets, Robert, and I forgot the other fourth guy. But so he telling us, we going what? Like we tripping, like damn, you yeah. So and then we start hearing about this movie called Breakin that they filmed. Shabba, of course, been knowing Shabba since I was 16. And yes, and then but when I got home, we left London in '83, December of '83, '84 rolls in. They, and this I'm sitting at the parents' house, no money. Like, oh man, the whole thing in London didn't go well. Got a call one day, and the lady said, "Speak to Popin Pete," and then my mom gave me the phone. I said, "Yeah, oh, this is so and so from Global and Globus production. We're the ones who filming the street dance movie Breakin, and we would like to offer you a role." What? Wait. They had been filming the movie all along, and then I guess what happened was Turbo Ozone didn't have a rival. So they created that later. Taco was working on the film, but Taco was there as a dancer. His was with Shabba-Doo and them group, but he was just like the dude hanging out. He had no lines. So Shabba-Doo said to the production company, "Hey, get Taco and Popin Pete. That's who should do." And they called me. Yeah, so I had to. They say, "Well, you got to be out here on Monday." And in them days, it wasn't. I was living in Fresno. It wasn't no like, "Well, we're gonna pay for your trip." I had to ask my father to drive his 4-door 1976 wooded station wagon. Like, I'm 23 years old. Got in Pops. He said, you can go use it." And I got in the car. I think I had about $100 on me. I had and my girlfriend, she was still living in LA with her parents, so I lived with them to do the movie and drove that photo station wagon to the set like it was a Benzo.
Now, when y'all on set, because I know a lot of the newer movies, sometimes they just let them go. They let them really battle. We was really battling. Y'all was really battling. Yeah, because it was even the scene. Oh man, you talk about that movie. There's so much that didn't get. I know it's a lot. Yeah, but if the scene where Shab pushed me, that's at the second battle. Yeah, I didn't know he was going. That was some ad lib, and when he pushed me, I wasn't prepared. And then we did the thing to cut. I walked up to him. I said, "If you ever push me like that again, it's on and crack." "Oh man, we acting." I said, "Okay." I mean, I would tell me, but he ad-libbing. I'm from the streets. You push it. So it was a lot of things in that movie, but the battles were real in a sense. We went off. Some some was no, but the two battles. Now the second battle felt real though. Yeah, you see, let me tell you why the second battle you don't see me. You see, they concentrate on Taco because the second we supposed to lose. So the director came to me, "Pete, hey, Jewish man, Joel." He said, "You guys got the second battle. You guys got y'all won the first one, but you gotta lose the second one." I said, and me in my I'm on this real. Oh, this is a script. Oh. Yeah, and he said this to me into my face. He wanted to dance. This man's like, at that time, I'm 23. He probably like in his 40s. He said, "You guys, you and Taco are my favorite. Y'all, to me, y'all better." I mean, this is what he said. Yeah.
This is what he said.
Oh, yeah.
This is the first time I'm saying this on camera. So he said, but you guys gotta bring it down. They gotta win. It's in the script. So I said, okay. I said, Joel, no problem. I went to Taco. I said, Taco, we gotta lose because it's in the script. But I said, we going off. And that's why when you see, if you watch it again, when you see me come out, it's edited, it's cut. All my parts are cut. And they show the audience, show the extras, show Shab, because I am in beast mode. Oh, yeah. I'm doing ground move. Blah, 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 blah. They had to cut it. They had to edit all around that. So when they showed me coming up out of a
you was going
I was in it. So
but that was the start of pretty much the movie. Because then after that, you went Michael Jackson, y'all kept Neo, all the way up to even you worked with Chris Brown, Justin. You've been all over the all over
pretty much, yeah.
And you're doing a style that we all do and love today called popping. Fast forward, you still popping.
Yeah, that's at 64.
I want to know, because you've been through the history, what do you think the state of popping is in right now? Give me 3 positives first.
No, I mean,
3 positives and 3 things that you just like, look,
I mean, the positive about it is still here. I mean, the thing about it, for me, because it was a dance that we didn't think was going to last this long. Man, we kids. I'm 16. Some people 14. Sam was only 18. So it wasn't like this. We saw the future. Like, this going to be a dance I'm going to be doing for 40 some years. It's going to take me overseas. No, we was happy it taking us from Long Beach to South Central. So we was like, damn, we in it. So my thing about it is still here. You know, the gripes, the debates, the still around, still the same stuff I've been hearing all my life. But the positivity of it is worldwide.
Yeah.
You know, whatever that is, I mean, people are doing the dance. And again, popping is I want to make sure that people get their just dues. It's not only about, because popping to me is not the umbrella term. Popping is just one singular style. When I came in the game, if you walked up to somebody and say, what style you do? If you say popping, I want to see you pop. If you say I wave, you say I tut, those are the things that people said then. You say, man, how many styles you, and the person say, man, I do 4 different styles, and they name them. We go, oh, cool. So the word popping is then, for me, is taken away from the wavers, the strutters, the animators, the roboters, all these. So street dance is this thing that I pay homage to all, because if it's for me, when you say popping, I'm only going to go where that style is, because I would never accept it as an umbrella term. It is never going to be that for me. It's always going to be a separate style, because so my thing is, that's why I wish people would understand in this current climate that, because when they started putting on an umbrella term, they didn't ask the people before them, hey, you think this is cool? Think we should do this? And once it happened, it kind of got out of control. So that's why that whole thing, this moment in time where people say, well, Sam created popping, but how did he create popping? He didn't create waving and tutting and strutting, because everybody thought we was talking about the umbrella term. So that was the misnomer.
So that term has been out since the beginning.
The umbrella term?
The umbrella,
nah, never was out.
That new?
That's new. That came
what
after
year
me.
You think that kind of
that came in probably like the 90s, the early 90s,
and that's probably why our generation, we associated all of it with popping, because that's how. Think about it. I'm born '87.
Yeah. Wow.
So by the time I start seeing Breakin the movie at 7, 8 years old, watching the tape all the way up to 10. All I seen people doing older than me was everything. Yeah. They pop, they wave, they touch, they robot. It's all associated. I wouldn't separate Mr. Animation from Mr. Wiggles. It was just a style preference to me on how we learned.
But
as I got educated, now I know that the move with the hit is the pop.
I'm gonna even talk about the hit, because I gotta even correct that. The hit it has nothing to do with the pop. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do. Originally, when you say, if somebody would say they was hitting, That means you was doing whatever style you're doing on a high level.
The original term.
Yeah, original term. It's always going for me. Everything's always original term for me. So if somebody, even when we used to say it back in the day, man, he's hitting. I mean, he's getting busy. He's hitting them waves. He's hitting that tut. He's hitting that boogaloo, hitting that pop, that strut.
You would say hitting that pop.
Hitting that pop, and everybody thought hit was this thing because
the new term they use hit as the hit.
Yeah, but then why there's no hitting battles?
Facts.
Why
popping?
Yeah, why is no one around here saying, man, I'm doing a hitting class workshop? Why is it popping? Because you can't, that's the thing, that the popping, P-O-P-P-I-N-G. We're going to be proper about it. It's not P-O-P-P-I-N, all them, things. Yeah. It's always been popping. So when the style and the technique, the foundation came out, the popping is when you say, let me see you pop. Let me see your hard pops. That's the technique. That's if somebody said, let me see you do popping, then that's entails your groove, your move, your dance, with your pop, but your pop is the foundation. Your feel, it's like I say, everyone has a different feel.
So let's say, by definition, a person didn't actually have the terms, but they're doing what it is. So whether they call it hitting and popping, whether they call it groove and pop, whatever they call it, they're actually doing it.
Yeah, if they're contracting the muscles, whether it be the arms, the chest, the head, and snapping the knees, that's the popping.
Will be considered
that's considered popping.
So when you talk about these other styles, because I seen you post something the other day, you said that, and it was kind of controversial. These other styles, wavers, they'll come to popping battles. Roboters, they'll come to these jams and they'll get to judge a popping battle, but they don't invite Popin Pete.
Yeah, I mean, to do animated battle, I don't judge those. They don't offer me. They don't offer me to go and do a strutting judging. They don't. See, my thing wasn't about the people who joined the battle. It's about the people who sitting on the panel and judging. Because if I go and say I want to sit on a judging panel and judge strutters, and you got pure strutters, they're gonna look at me like, what? Why Pete sitting here? He's not a strutter. Why Pete sitting on a thing and he's not can I wave? Yeah, but he's not. That's not what he's known for. But I'm a judge. Sit there and judge waving. Can I judge waving? Yes, but I don't. I'm a respectful judge. If it's not what I do, I'm not going to sit there and do it. And judge something that I know that I'm not known for. Popping. I can judge ticking. I can judge puppets, scarecrow, all that. Strutting, animation, waving, tutting. I shouldn't no one, because that's what I'm saying. If they would say that to me, they go, they're poppers and boogalooers. Why are they judging this? But if you reverse it, no one has a problem.
So do you think that that's a problem I'm talking about worldwide, because I see that at a lot of jams too.
Yeah.
I see some people who I say, especially technique wise, because we a crew, especially our crew, we original. I feel like we move or have the same kind of philosophy that you all had when it came to creating your own way of doing it. Like using the techniques, but doing it your way, the groove, the pop. I see a lot of either copycats or people who don't even pop well that are judging worldwide competitions.
Well, I mean, you got people who's teaching worldwide that shouldn't be teaching. So it's not popularity or outweighs skills. Back in the day, you had to have skills because you didn't see nobody. Your name became synonymous to how dope you were. Now it's about kind of like, you can push a button and get 1 million views and become popular. Popularity doesn't mean you're good at what you do. It's people who even back in the day talk like they had it, skill wise they didn't, but they talk like they had it. But then you have to show it. You know what I'm saying? So now it's easy to push a button and get 1 million views.
So
and become popular.
That'll change at some time?
No.
You think it's done?
Nah. It will never change because it's too far gone. It's too. I mean, it's about views. It's about if you want go viral. You got it's people who send me clips of older people dancing and just doing some minimal popping and they have 1 million views.
And this term that I keep hearing,
Mm.
man, it goes to your point about, I hear a lot, especially when it comes to specifically popping.
Mhm.
These are the best poppers in the world.
They're the best
And
to
I'm
them.
sitting there like, looking at them like, what have they done? What makes you the best popper in the world? Because you got 1 million views on one clip? Because I look at the original, like anything in history, you got any sport, you got to do what that sport follows to be considered the best. If you go at just popping, we'll go with just Popin Pete. Popin Pete has started in the street, got the street cred, went to stage and film
Right.
at the highest level, movies, inspired generations, teaching at the highest level. That's a criteria to be considered a best in the world. I got people who only enter jams.
Right.
Never really was in the street.
Right.
You got your viral clip.
Right.
Never did nothing TV, stage, or film. Yet, that's the best popper in the world.
Because it's current. It's not
I'm talking about even right now.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Right now. Our crew be right now. We stage, street, stage, film with highest level. We'll be in the Emmys tomorrow.
But it don't matter.
Exactly.
See, the thing is, that path I went that path. I know that path.
Mm-hmm.
It's not they being on television is, people see who, it's some singers who can't sing but are very popular. It's some actors who can't act because they in a movie constantly over and over. They're popular. That's popularity sometimes is due to the fact how many times you're seen. It doesn't always equate to skills. Skills
Especially in these jams or these
I mean,
they show up to every jam.
Yeah,
of course, it's
but
only you. You're the only contestant. You're the only one. You go to this city, that city, this city, that state, this jam, that jam. You in every video.
Yeah.
But your skill set ain't changed.
But it's not. But that's what I said. But it's but you got to understand something too. When you're dealing with people who don't understand the dance, when they're looking at it, that's why there's many clips people send me or I see on YouTube or anything back even 10, 20 years ago. This is the best popper, and I go and I see them. But I understand the game. I understand why they're saying this. If you're looking at something that the person who's watching is a novice fan of dance who may not even know this style. They say this person is moving, and they go, "There's something about this person I like." That's why I got so many likes and views. Whether the comments say he suck or this, and somebody say, "Oh, his movement is," and I read it all the time, and I put my clip on YouTube when the only thing when people was using YouTube more often at that time, I get 1,000, and the same people, somebody gonna put up a hat and they get 1 million. So one thing I don't do, I don't look at that.
No,
I know the game. I understand. Because it's about the viewers who's watching. If they are not educated enough to know that this is that, it's not really their fault. It's just the fact that this is what's presented to them. They go, yeah, this is cool.
I'm glad you said that education thing. Because I feel like the mass majority of even the current popping game aren't educated on how to be original. Because that's why it's so replicated, it's so far gone. I don't see people who are applying the dance like it was a Popin Pete and it was a Mr. Wiggles, it was a Popin Pete, Taco, and Boogaloo Shrimp all on one screen at the same era, same time, but y'all all look different.
Yeah, but
that doesn't exist as much these days. Do you feel like there's a disconnect on how they're learning the style now versus how you guys learned it and was pioneering your own movement?
For one, I mean, we learned it from one person. there's people learning from multiple people now. You know, even when I go to China, is the students there have multiple teachers that come through there and have different applications to it. So now it's like, well, this teacher did it. He said Popin is done this way. This teacher said Popin is done this way. This teacher says, and when I come in, I say, well, no, all of them are wrong. It's not the way so you got too much. My day was, we only had Sam. There was no TV. There was no internet. There was nothing. You either go to the jam and you see it and you try to figure it out. That's what people did. Did they figure it out wrong a lot? Yes. There's even back in those days. I even me looking back in those days, I don't even give those days no more credence or credit like it was some kind of like era of these, you know, these incredible people. These, when I saw people do it back then when I was 16, 17, if they wasn't doing it correctly, I said, that's not how you do it. It's just because now it's a local thing. It's not like we all looking at a clip and watching somebody put something up that we can critique.
Yeah.
So you had to critique people in real time. So me seeing stuff, I'm going, the 70s, 80s wasn't like some oh my God, this era right here, everybody's getting down, everybody is no. It's the same critique I give now. It's just less people were doing it then. Now, because we have social media, we see things instantly. Back then, you didn't know. You only heard people hear your name in the ether. Yeah, Popin Pete. They never knew how I look until I go to you. And they say, "Man, who are you, man?" Popin Pete. Oh, yeah. Oh, I heard about you. Yeah. Now everybody know your blood type, your food you like, the so and so, your girlfriend name, your mama name, your daddy name, because it's right there. Back in them days, you can walk by somebody and not even know if that's the person, because it wasn't that thing that instantly people know who you were. They didn't recognize you. They only recognize your name from the rep you did in the streets. You know, your name, because that's only by a phone call. Man, this dude named Popin Pete, or this guy named Boogaloo Shrimp, blah, 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 blah. Everybody doing that. Wasn't no, hey, let's see how they described how you dance. Man, he was doing that, his neck turned this way, his legs shot out this way. Now you don't have to describe, just look.
Just look at it.
Oh, he suck, or he dope.
So do you feel like with the internet being so prevalent now, that originality can go back kind of to his original sources? Like, how can someone, even a newer dancer today, even learning from whomever with all the information, still make his dance according to him? Because I seen you make a post about that, like, I'm still learning, and we're all still learning and evolving. How can you, with all this information, all the jams, all of it being thrown at you, still say, hey, I want to do it like this?
Well, it's hard because everybody see, the difference is
the contest.
It's everything. It's about popularity. It's about it's about views. It's about being famous. I wasn't trying to be famous. It wasn't about me. I want to be the best popper in the world. I just wanted to be like my brother. I wanted to be part of what my brother was doing. That's the only thing I wanted to do. It wasn't about, hey man, one day I'm gonna travel the world with this. I'm gonna be considered one of the best. Oh, if somebody say you was good in that moment, cool. Somebody say you sucked in that moment. That's the thing for me back then. It was the purity of it, even though it was still the blue. Everybody trying to figure out how to do it because there wasn't no classes. Nobody came into our rehearsals and learned from Sam. It was a group. Anything outside of that, you see us, and then I think they were doing this. Oh, I thought they were doing this. Yeah, your personality can be there, but still, technically, there's a lot of people are flawed technically, even back in them days. It's just wasn't, nobody was going around because we couldn't see everybody instantly. You couldn't go around, let me just drive around, go to jams and then critique. Nigga, you ain't doing it right. Yeah. No, you didn't do that. You go, back in them days, especially me, I'm a humble Pete now. I was the diabolical talk more crap to people when I was dancing at 16, 17. I don't care if you was 12, 11, you jumped in my face. and you wasn't good. That's how everybody was. Oh, you sorry.
Mm.
That's our word back then. It wasn't you suck. We never said suck. That came from after. You a sorry dancer.
Too scary now. I was talking to kid, and their generation. He was saying that it's kind of grown soft. They don't call nobody out no more. They don't even really cipher like that. And I'm not calling the new generation soft because it's hogs, it's dogs in the new generation. But do you think that era, in our era too, because we came up cipher. I own my whole career is cipher battles. I got world renown off cipher battles. I never, you don't see me enter no contest. There's no footage.
Yeah.
All my footage is in the street, in the real street.
Yeah.
So do you think that element brings a source of originality back to the game? Just that raw, forget the cameras, forget it, and let's just get it cracking right now.
I mean,
mano y mano. Do you think it should be more of that in some kind of way implemented today?
I mean, that's up to the individuals today. Because again, it's not I mean, we had dance contests back in my day. Go to a battle. It was more dance contest wise. Street battles were like you saying, but we didn't know nothing. When I came up, there was no ciphering. We don't know nothing about that. We never used that word.
What's up, y'all? We appreciate y'all rocking with Studio Stories. If y'all want to shop and get fly at yesterday's fits, you can use our promo code. That's Studio Fits. That's again Studio Fits. You go in store and you get a 10% discount. So make sure you use that promo code and go holler at them, y'all. Peace out. So
that's important.
You saying how y'all used to say get down. We say get down too.
Yeah. You know, back then, get down, cut the rug, go off. If I was asked calling somebody out, I said, you want to go against me? You want to go against me? You want you want some?
Yeah.
You want some? So, in those days, again, we battled for lack of, just the wording. We didn't care where you were. We went to your house.
Flat out.
We went. My first battle was I had my friend came to my house at 16. Now at this time I only been popping for 3.5 months. Popping in Long Beach. I was living in Long Beach, and people started because locking was the still the number one dance. So when we started getting down popping, boogaloo, and then again, let me make sure I say popping, boogaloo, scarecrow, tutting, ticking, all that, not just popping. So all these different styles that we would do within the group. Because everybody had you had boogaloo sound, a ticking deck, ticking wheel, puppet boozer, scarecrow scally, Popin Pete, creeping Sid, had all these, everybody did what they named after what they do more than not. So my first battle was somebody came to me and said, hey, this kid, and I'm 16, my friend want to battle you. I said, where you live? He said, man, he lived like 4 blocks. I was 16, I don't have a car. I didn't have a bike. I ran 4 blocks. I ran 4 blocks and got to his house. And I said, he was in his front yard, his little sister, his mother. I ran up and said, who want to get out against me? And they said, and his mother said, he want to dance against you. Black family, I said, who go first, me or you? And I said, this is me on my arrogance. I said, you should go first because I'm gonna beat you in 5 moves. I'm gonna beat you in 5 moves. And that time was the beginning. So he really, they was like, one, I said, what do, boom. I said, did I win? He said, yeah. I said, okay, bye. And I ran back home.
You see, Pete, I'm holding you accountable right now. See that how you just said, I'm gonna beat you in 5 moves?
Yeah.
That attitude, y'all started that battling thing, right? You took it overseas. and that's good because you had to spread it worldwide. But now, wait. Now I'm just getting into, I'm just using this.
Yeah, I know.
Getting into what's going on over there. Because they got that same attitude in these other countries.
Nah, they don't.
Some of them a little bit. I'm going to just say one country, Paris.
Nah, they don't either. Not like this. See, the difference for us and a lot of people, they go to a jam.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. That's what I mean by they put the culture on. But then when you get out, we live this. Like I'm in Baltimore, like how you're describing battling. We grew up club dance. We battling in school, cafeteria. skating ring on the parking lot, concrete,
Come on.
asphalt.
Come on.
I grew up doing it. So by the time I got to the Popin game, this is like child's play.
Yeah.
Why are we only doing this at this? Man,
Yeah.
get on this parking lot. But I'm saying that to say when it comes to the international circuit, you guys have created the jams, the battles, and which is great. But now it's like all the big jams are only overseas.
Well, let me tell you about that. We had no influence on the jams things,
Mm-hmm.
and me and Ski went to Japan in 1985, and first time we met a guy named Cherry, passed away, DJ Cherry. First, one of our first students in Osaka, Japan. He was a DJ. We stayed at his house, and he, taking us in. He spoke English, so it was all good. And me and Ski, first time we went there, we performed at nightclubs. The first thing, we performed at three different nightclubs. We would perform at 12 midnight, 2, and 4 because the club stayed open all night. And Cherry was DJing at one of the clubs, so we became friends. And this is then 1987. Yeah, 1987. Cherry came to Ski and me and Ski and said, "I got an idea." And we said, "What?" He said, "Man, I want to do a thing called a daytime party." We say, "What is a daytime I'm gonna ask the people that for the club, can I come in and do a daytime party instead of a nighttime party?" He said, I wanna, just invite a bunch, just to dance or do because it was people were trying to, because again, this is 3 years after me and Skeet, so 2 years after. So the Osaka scene that started kind of growing. Tetsu then was they was trying to pop, but Tatsuji, he was only 15. But you had like Yuki, who now everybody say 71, he's 61. Yeah. Oh, he was 20. I was 20. He was 21. So all these dancers wasn't a lot. So he said, "I got an idea. Daytime party." And me and Ski said, "Man, ain't nobody getting ready to come to no club." He said, "What?" I said, "What you gonna do?" "Okay, we're gonna have people come in and dance, and then we're gonna have a dance battle." I say, "What you mean?" "Yeah, we're gonna have a battle." The very first battle was me and Skeet all the dancers in the club who was there, probably was only about 50 people in there. Me and Skeet he had a team out, like basketball. I want him, I want him, I want him. So we did, and then me and Skeet would send his person out, battle, come back, battle, come back, come back.
Like team captain.
Team captain. Then we did a mock battle at the end, me and Skeet against each other. That was the very first time. Then the second time he did it, then he started formulating, "I want you guys to be a judge." And then it was only 10 people.
So would you say that template kind of
because
other countries?
To other organizers who started. Cherry did it. The template for Old School Night is because of Cherry. They taken that concept and started doing their own thing because we did Old School Night 1, the very first one in the club, small, and it was 20 dancers. And maybe 30 dancers, because when we were judging, Ski was like, man, how many? 30. Man, it's too many. And he said, man, they got to come out here at 10, and then to come out each one of the prelims, and then me and Ski would talk, and we picked 2 out of the 10. And we go like this, you and you, like an audition. You might, everyone else, get out, go. And then the next 10, and we had to, and I think it was like a top, go straight to the top 8. And then that's how, but Cherry is the first one. No other country, nobody, and then the machine who runs Old School started using that same template, and then Old School Night became the.
And then go trickles down all the way.
Then it started trickling down. Started doing everybody.
Somebody got to give you a residual.
No, not me. No, not me. I was just as like, what the hell are you talking about?
Now that we on the international circuit,
right?
I see a lot of dancers, poppers from the States, original dope poppers, go overseas, and of course it's their market. They have their own world now. But do you feel like the talent is better overseas or in the States when it comes to strictly pop?
Overseas.
And why do you say that?
Because they invited more original people, even the second generation, to go teach. I can't teach. When I teach here, it's like I got to make my own classes. Nobody's no, it's not like a lot of, it's a few people who invited me to come teach. There's no one in here in America that say, you know, after I taught Taco and all about as far as, and Sugar Pop and all of them, no one came to Sam saying, man, I want to learn from you. It became a thing of everybody said, I got my own thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to learn from them. But I said, well, who are you learning from then? Because people say, I got my own style. And I go, but you look just like those people.
Yeah.
So it's not and so it became, for me in America, it became this kind of like we on our own. We don't need this. We got our own style, because everybody on this arrogant thing versus me as a dancer. When I started trying to learn how to lock, I went to the source. When I want to learn, how to wait, I want to look at the best, or not. It don't have to be one particular person. It can be a gambit of people who do these dance styles. That's dope. I never had an attitude about if when waving came in, when I saw waving and tutting and strutting and all that, I embraced that. I was like, whoa, those styles are dope. It never was a thing I went, man, with this. This is the problem, for me in America. America have this thing where, like, we're the originators. No, you're a part of a community. Like, you didn't originate it. Like, I can't take credit for the person who created locking or crumping just because I'm black or in the community. I have to give full face value and respect to those creators, and you should do. If I want to learn, I'm gonna go to them. I'm not gonna sit back and say I'm gonna do my own thing. And I didn't learn. I was self-taught. I said, how?
Yeah, you can't.
I said, did you? I watched some videos.
Yeah,
and you was indirectly taught by someone.
But now, what about the ones who? Because I feel like I'm not inspired by the overseas poppers. Not all. Some of them I am. Some who I know that learned from somebody over here, like a MT. I know he got the strutting formula because I see it.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. I know Tartan them taught you, or somebody like original, like a Sally Sly. That's a Popin Pete kind of bag right there. Like, even though he doing it his own way, I can see the. Even us, I got the G-style template, even though I do it my own way. Like you say, oh, you're doing it way different than them. Like, you do it, but you do it way different. But the everyday contest popper, they don't move me because they don't have nothing under the pop. I just see technique. Boom, straight out of the classroom. I'm going to do it just like Pete. Boom, straight. And it's a 7,000 of them in one original. Two originals out there, or somebody who put their own flavor on it. That's just why I'm not inspired by everybody. Like, it's something that's cool, but overall, I just see more difference in the States. And I'm not saying that everybody in the States is cold. I'm just saying I just like the fact that you're moving a little different. You may need to fine tune it a lot of it, but the difference is, I feel like, what grows the dance. Like, okay, if you get some more technique. If you get some more what Pete got, you get some more what some OGs got, you're gonna take it to a different place.
But and I understand what you're saying, but in that, this is sometime when I hear that, even with the G style, y'all, it's a flavor that all you guys had. So it wasn't a thing that I looked at and go, oh, the waves or the way it should be done under that blanket. The feeling should be done. So it was, if you're in G style, or if you from Oakland, you're doing strutting, it's gonna be the same. All that makes the difference was because we had the opportunity to travel.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing that what people got to understand, and this has always been the crutch or the thing that people try to stab us in the side over. It's almost like, how dare you guys get to go travel and teach y'all style now that a lot of people are doing like you guys, and then call it out as if we have some plan to do this. If somebody asks me to teach, I can't teach G style. I can't teach strutting. They say that group or that person, I'm only going to teach. If you go to China, you're not going to go there and teach the Fresno.
No.
You're going to go, see, but when it comes to the popping, there's no technique wise, foundationally wise, there is no one doing if I tell everybody in the world, despite your personal moves, technique, we all doing the same pop. Contracting the muscles, That's the thing that people don't understand. A move, a feel makes you different. But the technique is the same. This is why I say, when I hear people say, who waving, tutting, all this stuff, no one looks at those dances and go, yeah, but them people overseas, they all, when they tut, they all look the same as that we're doing here. It's only because but it only comes to popping when people have this micro minute critique of, y'all doing like Pete, y'all doing like damn, in a sense. But when I see people doing snaking and I don't go, oh my God, y'all try. I go, because you get in where you fit in. If you're a waver, and that's what you do, you learn it. If you're a tutter, you learn it. If you're a strutter, you're a boogaloo, you're an animator, it's not in the visual field. It's, I don't, in the electric boogaloos, wiggles don't look like me.
Yeah.
But if you say only do the technique, well, everybody gonna do the same. That's why I say, when people hit me with, man, the European style popping, the song said, so Sally looks just like Salah. Yeah, but he don't look. What I'm saying is, go to Korea. Hoen doesn't look like JG. Come to LA. You don't look like Bugs. So my thing is, technique wise, it's the same. If you can, and this is the thing Sam told me, he said, I'm gonna teach you the foundation, the groove, the technique. He said, but put your personality inside.
And that's what I only look at. I'm a feel guy. I'm come from house music, club music, we feel first. So when I watch a lot of these poppers, I see the same approach. I'm not even looking at the technique. I'm looking at how you moving under the technique. I'm looking at the personality. And I'm not saying you pop like this, you pop like that. It just doesn't feel like anything. It feels a little manufactured. And that's given, because a lot of people are learning. Everybody not going to have the same thing. That's just my
and I agree with you.
With it.
But my thing is, I tell people this all the time, and even in China, whether I go teach privates or do things, I tell people, hey, look, you trying to take on someone's dance personality, because technique wise, you can't say, I'm gonna teach you how to pop, but I'm gonna show you only can pop your shoulder. No, you're gonna show them, or waving or whatever it is. It's when people take on people's personality. So if I say to you, man, damn, you good, but you dance just like John Boogs, man. And some people be like, thank you. They think that's a compliment. That is not. That's saying they're recognizing someone else and not you. Exactly. So I understand. That's why I say I understand. This is what I say. My thing is, I'm gonna teach you the foundations. I'm gonna teach you the things. I don't teach people my moves. When people ask me, man, can you teach me crazy legs? Nah, I really don't teach crazy. That's a personal thing. Even though if you do it, I don't tell people, but like when kiting and all these people do, I don't go, why y'all doing my thing? But I don't teach it like that. I don't. That's why Wiggles don't teach wiggle walk in his classes, because it's personal. We teach the fundamentals of the style. Then we tell them, find yourself. The hardest thing is to find yourself. I can't tell you how you should be. I only can say, look, you can hold your hand like this, you can do this. Find your comfortability where it makes sense for you. So my thing is that this is the misnomer of what people are thinking, like, oh, Electric Boogalo's just making a bunch of clones. That's not what we do. Our whole thing was, we on the fundamentals. Somebody said, hey, I like how Pete dance. I'm a dance. I don't walk up to him and say, you know, hey man, stop doing that dance like me. I already tell them, find yourself. But I go, but people want to emulate. And there's no OGs, there's no original, because we're all copies of copies of copies. I'm not my field may be, but technique wise, I'm a copy of Sam. And wherever Sam got inspired, or a person who did waving, tutting, G style, we're all a copy of a copy of a copy. Finding your field inside the copy is where
and that's what make you move and do whatever the
yeah,
technique is differently.
yeah,
Your own DNA.
and exactly, and that's the thing that, and I can see it from your perspective. Yeah, you doing a style or feel that, oh, I don't see too many people overseas doing it because it didn't take off like that.
And I would like to just see, because I seen some. I was just watching, me and John. We was watching, what's the boy Christo, how he waves. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I am just, that's fire. Paris, that's fire. The way you do it.
But that's one person.
I'm talking about.
That's what I mean. He got an individual.
And that's what I mean. Well, I just want to see, and this is just not just overseas. I'm not picking on overseas. I'm talking about any time I'm looking at Popin, I'm looking at how are you doing it differently first. Because I want to talk to you. I want you to talk to me through your dance. I don't want to talk to you and I see a classroom. And it's not knocking you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm not crowning you as the best.
Right.
I can't do it.
Right.
You gotta be an original and you gotta have the techniques crazy.
Yeah.
For my and I ain't the king of popping, so I can't.
No. I understand where you're coming from.
And especially our group, because we pride ourselves on being originals and doing it the way we do it, but keeping the technique high. We drill technique all day. Yeah, but you gotta put yourself in there.
But that's what I mean. That's what I said. I
just don't see it mass produced like that.
Oh, because everybody's on the end. There's no groups. If you're on the individual thing, like I said, it was like that in the 70s, in the 60s. I mean, 70s and 80s and 90s. There was. That's why I said this. A few pockets of people that people see, even some of the old school dancers out of LA, they see these pockets. But you got to remember, there was people that you didn't see that everybody looked the same. See, this is why I say the same thing you're saying. The same thing I used to say back when I was 17, 18. When I used to see people just going, everybody did the same thing. I'm going, well, everybody's pretty much doing the same thing.
For preservation purposes of the game, for purity of the game, do you think that it would be wise, especially at this point, for all the OGs of whatever faction or style you have, whether it's the Boogaloos like you, Electric Boogaloo, the Strutters, the Boppers, to G style, maybe the leads or heads of them groups come together and have a conversation?
No.
Now why not?
That's because it's not needed. It's not needed.
Put perspective on what's what.
It's not needed. It's not a thing where this is, dance history. That's black dance. It's always been pockets of disagreements or pockets of everybody doing their thing. That is for me the within the culture, or even, I don't even like saying culture, but within the community of how dance has been presented since the Africa, our ancestors coming from Africa. You go to Africa, you go to Senegal, you go to Nigeria, there's totally different dance styles, totally different fields. They're not having this conversation. It's just a thing that it's a mutual, it's just a respect for me. Yeah. I don't, when I speak of anyone, on the respect of the dance, I just respect the dance. I say, man, that when I first saw Crumpet, that's dope. I got to respect that. Individually, if I don't get along with somebody even within my own style, it has nothing to do with it. So my thing is this coalition of these heads. Who's the heads? It's not a
with the faces, because
I mean
that's fake. Whether we like it or not, you are one of the faces of Electric Boogaloo, Slick Dog, G Style, Bob and Andre for the Boppers. I mean, there's plenty more. I'm just saying that, like, these are the most reckoned up. Pop Tart for the Strutters. There's so many others, but there are names, household names. And I'm not saying that it has to be you or it has to be them, but you don't think that because I think popping is the ballet of street dance. Period. Like a lot of styles derive from popping, and we're going into spaces where we can do even more. We're stretching the boundaries.
Yeah.
So if we can have maybe a general curriculum or general consensus from every style in a book and teach it in a school, do you think that would be good?
No.
And why not?
Because then you just got a bunch of people who want to be
because they're doing it anyway.
Yeah, but that's
so why not do it while the creators and the pioneers are still here? So
a lot of them not, but a lot of them are not here. That's what I mean. What I'm saying to you is a lot of people can't teach now on that level. A lot of people, I mean, we are all getting old, 64. You got people who, that there's some strutters and they are who 70 that don't teach, but they're still around. Not but these are the things I've said years ago. Hey man, whatever your perspective style is, why y'all not putting videos out teaching or doing classes? This thing that happened was the EBs, like we stopping everybody from doing what they need to do. So my whole thing is trying to get, after 40 some years, 50 years, to get a bunch of old bitter us to get together and say, hey, boom-de woo-woo, we gotta do. It's not gonna work. What my thing is, but it's not gonna. My thing is, it's not a thing that I'm being negative. What I'm saying is, people. I've always said, whatever style you do, teach it. Stop. One thing I don't do, and this is something I have to say. When I go in my classes, I don't talk about G-style people. I don't talk about negative. Talk about the Bay Area, this and that. If they ask me, I say, oh man, they do their thing. Hey, what you think I should learn that style? Yeah, man. If you want to learn the style, those people you got to go to. Yeah. This is the things that a lot of people, where we're at this, the EBs thing is at this thing like, or somebody may hear one person say something and then a blanket.
When internet and everybody,
get
crazy. Because there was a time where I didn't even know or meet you yet, and we was at opposite ends of the spectrum. First time we met was on dance floor. We got out, John's house, and it was love. And fast forward, we on a set of Will Trent together,
exactly,
on TV together. So that's why I'm
because
saying,
I never looked at anyone in there outside the main guy, that because him and I had a relationship. So my whole thing is, anybody under that was like, y'all just,
and the same thing. But I still feel like, and it's just me personally, as Black people, men especially, grown men, we can sit down and have a conversation. I would like to see that. Not even just y'all two, all of them. Because everybody got a little gripe, a little something. I would like to see everybody get a little round table.
We've done that before.
We never seen it.
But no.
All of us, our generation under y'all, we only seen the war. We never seen y'all. We only seen videos of y'all together. And we like all the styles.
There's a panel.
That would be great.
There's a B-Boy Summit panel that we done. Okay, right. The P-Boy Summit panel that we done in I think 2004 or something. It had the Bay Area, had all the but for right now, I'm 64. I wish everyone well. I have no, let me like you said, let me point in the camera. I have no beef with people. I have no time to sit back and be negative and talk about other dancers. I don't care if you Black, white, grizzly, or gray, as my mom would say. It holds no value to me to do this, because all I'm doing is moving in my own pace. And I've always recommend any and everyone, whoever you are, wherever you from, promote your thing without the negativity, because I do not need to talk down about someone to lift myself up. That's the part that I don't get, where people sit on the internet and say, oh, these people do that, I'm going like this. You know, y'all wasting so much valuable time that y'all could be presenting yourself to others, but y'all think putting these people, I don't care where it come from, my side, they side, upside down, back to back. It don't matter to me.
If it happens, if we happen, it gotta happen on Studio Stories. That's all I ask. If y'all have a change of heart as a collective, our generation would love to see it. Just but hey, let me get my drink.
Go. And I love it.
Yeah.
But
we appreciate you coming.
No doubt.
This never supposed to happen, and it did.
Of course.
We're here where we at.
Yes.
We keep working. We keep grinding.
Keep grinding. I have, and just to let you know,
definitely gonna show us on Will Trent because that was my.
Oh my God! Yeah,
us down cipher.
Dude, that was the
word you gave was encouraging. So I appreciate it, and
I just want to let you know I've always had respect. I don't care one thing from me, even in the heat of the stuff. It was never me needed to seek you guys out and go, hey, my thing was with the main man, and that's just how it is. I mean, because y'all don't know where we come from. It was a thing, so it was
deep. Y'all personal thing, and I'm staying 10 toes because I ain't got. We still rock, but at the same time, we all grown. So.
Like I said, I'm just loving.
I appreciate you.
No doubt, I appreciate you.
We're gonna do another one when we can. When you do yours, I'm on there.
Hell yeah.
Another episode of Studio Stories, y'all. Popin Pete.
Most respect.
We out of here. Mike. Peace out.
I love this.
Man, dude. Man, it's good to do it. For real. To finally see you in person. Funky. Your execution, your imagination. That's the thing that a lot of people in the game, they just do something and they repeat it. But I see your creativity of how you move and how you create from the music aspect of it. Not just like I'm in the mirror or make up some move. We all have our general look and feel, but when you can manipulate, that's real.